What up? I'm the math teacher Goat, and today in fourth grade land, we're talking about something very, very, very important. Simplifying fractions. You're going to want scrap paper. You're going to want pencil, papel y lápiz. What else? You're going to want to hit that like and subscribe button because you love me and you think my videos are great. You're going to want to tell all your friends all about me. This is a very, very, very important topic. You're going to see this a lot throughout your entire elementary, middle school, and high school math careers, so make sure you understand this one. Now, fractions can be simplified. These two fractions that you see right here are not simplified. Well, what does that mean? You can get them into smaller numbers and still have it be the same exact thing. For example, if I were to look at a pizza that's cut into 4 parts, right? And if I were to highlight 2 of those slices, I would say that's an example of 2/4, like the U. But then someone else might come in and say, like, what's the point? Why don't you just say, look, same exact size pizza, let's cut it into 2 slices, and let's highlight one entire side, 1/2. Isn't 1/2 the same exact thing? Yes, 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 it is. We learned this into our equivalent fractions video, if you watch that we can rewrite 2/4 as 1/2 or 1/2 as 2/4, whatever you want. So what we need to do is we need to learn how to look at our numbers and see if we can make them smaller. So what you do with a problem like 2/4, which does become 1/2, you look at 2/4 and you ask yourself, is there any number that I can divide from both of them? Can I divide any number out there from both 2 and 4? And the answer is yes. You can divide 2 from 2 and 4. So what we'll do is we'll divide the numerator, we'll divide the denominator. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2, and that's how we simplify a fraction. You look at your numbers and you ask yourself, is there any number I can divide from both of those numbers? And if so, do it. And if you can't, then you're done. Like right now, I can't divide any number by both 1 and 2. We're done. That's it. Take a look at 6/9. Is there a number that I can divide from both 6 and 9? Well, I can't divide by 2, but I can divide by 3. So let's divide the numerator and the denominator both by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Can you go any further? No, we're done. Okay? So you look at your numbers and you ask yourself, is there a number that I can divide from both of those? So you look at 10/15. Is there any number that I can divide from both 10 and 15? And it's not the worst idea to start from 2. Never start from 1. You can divide anything by 1. That number doesn't count. But start with 2 and say, well, I can't divide by 2, and I can't divide by 3, and I can't divide by 4, but I can divide by 5. So divide both sides by 5. The numerator and the denominator divide by 5, and you get 10 divided by 5 is 2, 15 divided by 5 is 3. The answer is 2/3. How about 9/12? Can you divide any number by 9 and 12? Yes, we could divide 3 from 9 and 3 from 12. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And the answer that we get is 3/4. See, this isn't so bad. So you, boys and girls, try it on your own. Once the screen loads up, there you are. You try it on your own. Ask yourself, can I divide by 2? Can I divide by 3? Can I divide by 4? Can I divide by 5? You work your way up and see what you can come up with. Pause the screen, use your scrap paper to try this out. Come back when you're ready. All right, can I divide 3 and 6 by any number? Sure, I can divide them both by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Okay. Can I divide any number by 15? Can I divide 15 and 25 by some number? Yep. Divide them both by 5. Divide them both by 5. And that gives you 3/5. Yeah. You might be thinking, that's not bad, I can handle that. Is it always going to be that friendly? No, not always. Let's see we have a problem like this. Okay, 8 over 12. Now, I'm not going to do this every single time, but let's say that I make a little mistake and I'm like, oh, what two numbers can I divide from 8 and 12? Ooh, I can divide both of them by 2. So let's do that. Let's divide both of them by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4, and 12 divided by 2 is 6. But wait a minute. You can go even more. Those are both even numbers. I could still divide both of those by 2. So there might be a time where you realize, oh, wait a minute. I might have to do this twice, or maybe even 3 times, depending on how crazy the problem is. 4 divided by 2 is 2, 6 divided by 2 is 3. So what we're going to try to do from here on out is if we run into this mistake where we accidentally divide a number that's too small, we keep going. But what we need to try to do is find the largest number that we can divide from both of these. The largest number that we can divide from both of these is actually 4. I could divide 4 from 8, and I could divide 4 from 12. And when I do that, I get 8 divided by 4 is 2, 12 divided by 4 is 3. So it's faster if you just try to figure out the largest number that you could divide both numbers by. And if we make a mistake, if we get the wrong thing and notice we can keep going, then let's just keep going. It is what it is. All right, so looking at 16 and 24, what is the largest number we can divide from both? Well, I'm looking at 16 and 24, and I know I can divide them both by 8. Now, if you did like 4 or 2, then you would keep going. But I'm dividing them both by 8. 16 divided by 8 is 2. 24 divided by 8 is 3. What's the largest number you can divide from both 18 and 27? How about 9? If you said 3, then you would just keep going. If I divide 18 by 9, I get 2. And if I divide 27 by 9, I get 3. And once again, I get 2 over 3. Okay? So, you're being a little slow today. We're being a little slow today. How's everybody doing? Did you hit that subscribe button yet? Please, 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 please. There we go. Now we're back in the game. You try these on your own. Try them on your own, see what you get, come back, check your answers, pause the screen, go. Welcome back. What can I divide from both 30 and 40? I can divide both of them by 10. So let's divide the top and the bottom, the numerator and the denominator by 10. 30 divided by 10 is 3. 40 divided by 10 is 4. Okay, very good. What can I divide both 28 and 35 by? How about 7? Divide the numerator by 7, divide the denominator by 7. 28 divided by 7 is 4. 35 divided by 7 is 5. Try it again. Okay, try it again. See if you can do it on your own. Pause the screen, come back, see what you get. All right, welcome back. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remind you that it's okay if you don't divide by a number large enough. I can divide both of these by 8. But what if I say 4? Okay, what if I do say 4? Let's divide the top and the bottom by 4. Okay, 32 divided by 4 is 8. 48 divided by 4 is 12. Now what I see here is both are even numbers again. So don't just do the problem once and assume you're already done. 8 over 12, I could still divide them both by 2. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. 12 divided by 2 is 6. And look at that. I could still keep going. And that was an actual mistake. I can still keep going. I'm still not done yet. I can divide the top and the bottom, again, by 2. That leaves me with a final answer of 2 over 3. Okay? That might happen again here. I could divide the top and the bottom by 8. So let's divide the top and the bottom by 8. Divide the top and the bottom by 8. That's going to give us 6 over, because 48 divided by 8 is 6, 8. I could still divide these further. I could divide u by 2, and I could divide u by 2, and we end up with 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. So there's nothing wrong with thinking that you're done, and you're actually not done. Looks like I forgot to give myself an ending screen. My gosh. So let's go all the way back here, where we started. Thank you for watching. As always, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe this video. Sorry for all the glitches, but you know what? Glitches, they get stitches. That's what they get. Like and subscribe. Tell your family, tell your friends. Watch all of my videos. Bye.